FM.
Welcome on board the Morning Express.
Good morning.
Welcome back, Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. It's Mainland Focus. Let's have a conversation. We've selected two stories to take your feedback on. Back channels, basically. We have Facebook, we have the phone line, we have WhatsApp, we have direct text message as well. That's about 4 different ways you can tell us what's on your mind. For Mainland Focus, as I said, is that are in one way or the other rather useful in the plan to rectify the obvious ills that exist within the Nigerian system. Let's highlight the issue and let's perhaps even recommend one to talk about perspective, to perhaps explain why we've taken some of the positions that we've taken. Again, let's not turn this into a discourse that focuses on persons, that question the character of persons, especially because there's a difference in opinion or because you don't agree with what a person has said. That's not what this platform is about. That's not a platform necessarily for debate or nothing like that. There are no winners and there are no losers. The foundational problems and how we can begin to rectify it. That's what it's about. And I would love for us to focus on the core of this particular segment of the morning show. My name is Sage Babalola. When you call, it is what is allotted for discourse. Yes, adjustments can be made depending on certain circumstances, but 1 minute, bear in mind that that's all that matter. Now we have two stories, as I said before. We're talking about the fake agency situation, as the Punch newspaper tells us that the National Assembly, well, the Senate will be convening tomorrow. That's Tuesday, items of the 2026 Appropriation Act. 1.3 million naira, billion, I beg your pardon, million K in the budget. 1.3 billion naira was allotted to this excess. Of how it even got to the Appropriation Act was that a false appointment letter was submitted and accepted by the Civil Service Headquarters with around the failures of some of the bureaucratic safeguards, because there is an array, a very lengthy, cumbersome process, right? There's the multiple points of the process of scrutiny, right? Because I believe that as a ministry department and agency, when you submit your own budget to the National Assembly, you, that's the head of the agency, or perhaps a senior representative from that MDA, is supposed to face the National Assembly and explain their budget. This is important because they try to weed out the question about the recurrence of a particular line item. That's what the scrutiny is all about. And so how is it that there was no scrutiny? An anonymous source, according to the Punch newspaper, says that this individual, Prince Adeniyi, did not even show up in person for the process. Neither did he send any representative. But somehow, that particular agent. In fact, the Vanguard newspaper tells us that the permanent secretary of the Political and Economic Affairs Office of the Office of the Secretary to attend a Canada-Africa FinTech Summit that happened in August of 2025. And so that is the latest update. Mind you, this is a case in that agency as we get it. The second story, we are talking about also accountability. The IMF over the weekend put out a report, and in one part of that report, it highlights that some spendings have been happening outside the provisions of the budget. The APM, Atiku, Peter Obi, who's even asking for the resignation of the president, are saying, why are we spending monies that have not been appropriated for? How exactly are we supposed to ensure accountability if we're spending money that is not covered in the budget? We have the finance minister who then offers an explanation and says that, first of all, there's some capital projects, there's some spendings that span into several budgets. It's in 2024, it's in 2025, it's in 2026 budget, and sometimes we created that they should highlight the projects that have purportedly been listed to have been funded without appropriation. The explanation also says that there are some capital expenditures that are approved outside the budget. goes through scrutiny during the entire budgetary process, right? That these are things that can reflect as such. It says there are debt service obligations and statutory transfers that can happen, and that all these payments, albeit might not be reflecting in the budget as we expect, they are still subject to scrutiny as a tax-paying Nigerian is what we're asking you. I'm taking time to explain these stories so you have all the facts you need and not deviate when you eventually get a chance to speak. Let's open the phone lines now. WhatsApp is 09136000430. Facebook and YouTube as Mainland 98.3 FM. Good morning.
Do you know that it's only in this country you have people that have people who have practiced one corrupt issue or the other? They are the people behind the ends of affairs. So we are looking at a situation with agencies. So how many kind of such agencies is still on today? You see the way they feel away Nigerian budget. It means that even the Senate, the presidency, and the office that does those budgets, they don't do their thorough job. It's just like everybody is juggling. Help me put this for the budget. I beg, help me.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. Just want to know from the finance minister that the miscellaneous expenses that have not been budgeted since we don't know what we are doing in Nigeria. That pigeon balance that if no go for the man no go chop. So president or the presidency in their budget. But who collide with this guy, man? Maybe Gᴏɪᴜ and the rest. So if you are saying Gᴏɪᴜ should resign, then people like Eddie.
Hello. All right. Make it back. Hello. Morning to you.
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Is it tomorrow over the alleged fake agency? This news is very, very funny. The same Senate that passed this agency that are they talking to fools? I don't understand. So you mean before the budget can a fake agency budget can pass through the Senate? You see these people there? You see these people that are calling themselves honorable. That God, I don't want to say anything.
Together. Thank you. I appreciate the restraint. 09136000410. What's
Hello, good morning. This is Fabian Oladile. I'm calling all the way from Songwater.
Okay.
Under the administration of the president of Nigeria, I think, number one, I want to commend the president for being able to leak out this kind of secret out. It's worth a commendation. And so, thank God the House of Senate or House of Assembly, National and OB and the rest that are trying to call the president to resign. That what do they have?
First of all, we're not talking about their credibility. We're talking about an agency, the information that we have, focus. And I sort of know who you are. If you're going to speak on the subject matter, as I said at the start, speak to the matter. It's not your business what Atiku and Obi are doing. Talk about the subject matter. Yes.
Yeah. So, first of all, I think Mr. Powell, like I said...
Mr. Mark, let's now start on this note. Fouad is not the focus of the day. Go straight to your point. Let's have a conversation and call it a day. Thank you. Please go ahead.
Sage. Yeah. So, listen, Sage. Listen very, very carefully, Sage, right? Because it seems you are the one that wants...
First of all, you will not tell me what to do on my show. If you don't want to talk about the subject matter... Open your own radio station a day. It's as simple as that. You have every right to call. It's a public platform. However, as I said, you will not call and set guidelines for how the station will run. There's stories on the table. Talk about the stories.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you.
Yeah, thank God you couldn't succumb to those who are talking like if they have hot yam in their mouth, where they are pretending. On the issue, what is in as much as they have offices in the secretariat, federal government secretariat, and they approve budget for them, nobody should give us any excuse. They are for the victim. This one they are finding whatever. So we know that they are not going to prove it. This one is going to swallow them. And we are sure that we are going to, at the end of it, we know what is going on in this government. Everybody, this is not the first time. You know that even the budget of a man, they have this time. Somebody said that they pay money before they can be able to give them ministerial appointments. Those allegations has been there. Nobody has come out to this.
There are allegations until conviction from a court of law. Hello.
Yeah. Let me go straight to the point.
Exactly.
Let me go straight to the point. Yeah. So, first of all, are you aware, Ambassador? Are you aware of that? That in 2013, this man paraded himself as the President General of World Youth Organization, who he claimed was an affiliate body with the UN. Meanwhile,
it's public
the
information.
UN has come out with debunking.
We all know that.
What
It's
do you
public information. That's all.
It's public information.
Public. Yeah,
so why will I believe agencies? This Fᴜʟᴜ that everybody was trying to look is calling for his head was the first person that reported this case to the DSS. He reported to the Office of the National Security Advisor. He reported to the Office of the Commissioner of Police in Abuja. This man took him to the Police Federal High Court in Abuja right now. And you are saying that authority. This was the same man that has been found out that he has all the documents forged.
Okay.
Your colleague,
please. First of all, yes, the question is not about whether or not he formed an agency. The question is why there's so much lapses in our system for such an agency to exist for so long. That's what the conversation is about. Thank you very much. I think you were able to drive home your point. Let's take more feedbacks.
I traveled to Oyo last week, so I missed you so much.
How was it? I mean, I know you were saying you're concerned about Oyo and what have you.
Yeah. Fine. I went for exams, so we just did my point and we rushed back. See, Sage, we should not be clever by us. The question is, how did this guy get through the system, missed all the levels of checks, had a CBN account, had task forged? The picture with Benjamin Kalu, was it forged? The letter he got from the Senate recommending him for a summit in the US. There was a time when we were talking about Unaji that forged certificates to get a ministerial position. And people were defending and saying the Senate, their job is only to confirm. I said that time that a day will come, they will confirm the thing that will sing this country. So and you can't be saying but the man is exonerated, whatever, he was not reported. Even if it's reported, it should be investigated. We should want to know. And it should be a free trial. Everybody should be aware of it.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
In a sane society, this entire government should have gone. It should have gone down. There should of the organs that are at the top is what pains me most. Yes, but it's just quiet. So that quietness is complicity in my own thinking. You understand? Look, say deputy directors were sent to that same office, and he had like 10. He had 10 drivers, with cars. So are you telling me that all these things were fictitious? I beg they should.
Can you hear me clearly, please?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Now, my name is Shola.
Yeah.
My name is Shola. I want to ask a question. If somebody that calls or people that are defending this government on this issue of the and there's an office, that office is just one. Now, somebody on the side, that one is who had an office, let's say the warehouse, and that person has an office there too, and was siphoning funds, or maybe bringing out and put the blame on the fraudster, on the person that finds his way. If there's no crack in the wall, there can never be a way for you to enter. So it's common sense.
The name is Samuel.
Yes.
It's important the root of the matter is as well as asking the question. We can as well ask the question that how did the person. So it's important. You cannot isolate it. Somebody who forged certificate and a man.
Samuel, I see. Of the agency, we'll talk about certificate forgery at another time. Can you please do that?
Okay. Fake agency with budgetary allocation, fake agency with office, fake agency with where the money for the sponsoring of Akara and Kuli is coming from. When 8.8 trillion naira
Hello, Lady Sage.
Morning to you.
Thank you, my dear. My name is Prince Wise, calling you from Oshodi this morning.
Yes.
Number one, if that now for working for Mr. President, so they can't declare this man. Number one is culpable. Number two, Mr. President will allow Gbajabiamila to come back to Chile. That is consistency. To stay for some time and set up with thoroughly people who need this matter, because money is involved. The money that is involved today, I'm part of the owner of that money. You are part of it. The money belongs to Nigeria. And this man is faking the whole country and you allow him to go. They say the matter in court. The man is supposed to be arrested then. He's supposed to go to court from detention to court. What are we talking about? I'm talking of corruption many, many years ago. For the past 3 years, I've been talking of people stole our money to be taken to special court. This is my question. He operated, he do all these things, and you allow him to go on, and you say take him to court. Take him to court from where? You might know where to be found now.
No, he's not.
He's
on his.
Take him to the detention.
All right, he's just out on bail. He's not in police custody. That's the difference. Your defense can plead for you to be out on bail, right? There are many processes for that. I don't know. I'm not a legal luminary, but depending, I understand your concern that with a crime this grave on WhatsApp. Here, hello, Sage. Someone who came into power. All right. Thank you very much. I'll just move ahead from that message. We have, hello, the IMF has finished Nigeria. They should stop borrowing money to the government because they live luxurious lifestyles and don't do anything with the money only for themselves. They forget the citizens of the country. My name is Stampy. We have, good morning, Sage. The scandals rocking Mr. Femi Gbajabiamila and others. The president should without delay suspend his chief of staff and any other member of his team immediately until diligent investigators will convince Nigerians of their innocence. It should be carried out. Noah from Igondo. We have Lucky Lola from Magwero that says fake presidential office, print letterhead, hold meetings, collect millions from desperate citizens in the name of government, and the EFCC and DSS are not doing anything. What a country. The videos, the documents, the evidence emerging around Gbaja cannot be ignored or swept under the rug. Ogadeyemi has these things happened under the nose of Mr. President. Whether Gbaja is directly involved or not, the optics are devastating. The only way to prove an investigator, someone who is with unimpeachable integrity, should be appointed without delay to probe the scandal thoroughly. Okay. Good morning, Mainland FM. Odugbeson Kayode from Jakonde Estate. This government in power has turned Nigeria to a chopper investigation. We cannot continue like this as a nation. We have hello, Mainland FM. It's disheartening that the presidency can be denying these allegations, even with all the evidence in the air. Going to visit a staff. How have these staffs been entering into their office, which is located in the ministry of the presidency? Do they not go through security check? Obviously, the staff must have been registered and known to go to their alleged offices. Finally, can we ask budget? Since all these years, they've been borrowing money. Is now they know some of the allocations are not used for the right projects. Please, Sean, thank you very much. All right, thank you. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you.
What we are talking about, this country you don't turn to upside down. It's a shame now. That is why I trust Obasanjo. Obasanjo no girlfriend. So
okay. Absolutely not. Why would you say that? But why? Morning to you.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Your name, please.
Yes, Samuel calling from Ikeja. Quickly, because some of us the caller. Is it not shameful for? Let me say something. Somebody is telling us, government in this country, and the government is aware of that kind of person as a fraudster. What did the government do? Those are the critical questions that we're supposed to ask. You understand? Sometimes when I listen to some people, I feel same thing with the issue we are facing with this insecurity. They will give them name. The government will not take action. They will not do anything. All for them to the government. And what have you done as a government? Is it not your responsibility to identify those people and deal with them decisively?
Thank you very much for calling. Have a great day. Thank you. Hello.
Hello, Sig.
Yes, good morning.
John from Oba. Used to say that we are running a criminally enterprise democracy. And they are ashamed of themselves. And it is shameful that something very shameful. Everywhere and democracy, everywhere criminally enterprise run democracy.
Hello, Sage.
Morning to you.
Ajibola calling from Ekolaya.
Welcome.
So it's so disheartening, but that's the same thing we always say. Sincerely speaking, I'm not so surprised. I've worked with the Kwara State Board of Mental Health before. People are ghost workers, and some other ghost workers are covering ghost workers up. And you have one grandfather in the back by a man that is clearing up all the things, all the parts for him. That is why he could add all the assets to register to register an account with CBN to pass a bond. Because somebody in the background, somebody is beating drum for him in the back. That is why that for somebody. It's not. They are not talking about a state budget. They are not talking about a state of a state parastatal. We are talking about the federal parastatal, because this is so disappointing.
Thank you.
And will be a laughing stock in the international bodies. God bless them.
Good morning.
Julius is my name. I'm calling from Shomolu.
All right.
In fact, what we need, I want to.
To work again. The Lord will help this country. God bless you, madam, for good work you are.
Many thanks. Hello.
Hello. Yes, yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is okay, calling you from Abulate.
Welcome.
Yeah, I greet everybody who is listening. Happy New Month. This allegation, well, me, I don't know that one. But what I know from the beginning, that why people are troubling themselves. APC, is it not the same APC that the monkey carry money? Just a little. Because number one, what are this money they are borrowing? You people should not surprise now. Because the one that is more than this, they are dead. You see hiding. Then God will continue to expose them. And somebody will still call. Oh God, I am crying inside me. Look at my good country. No tribe in this Nigeria that I see them have become very, very happy. God has blessed every tribe. But people, they are confusing and bringing tribalism sentiment. We are hating.
Ohi on Facebook, who says, on the fake agency, how did the National Assembly both chamber approve the budget as reported by the Punch newspaper? Just want to put things into perspective. Then you go further to say there's more to this drama that currently will lead to issues like this. I don't think the government has anything to offer. Lucky Lola says, if those closest to the president are busy sharing millions and billions into private pockets, how can we trust the funds allocated to security, infrastructure, or welfare? Are they not being looted the same way? This explains why government policies don't snow. It's urgent. Nigerians are watching. He should act with the ruthlessness this movement demands, or history will record that the rot started. Good morning, Sage. Trust that you had a restful night. Bad followers produce bad leaders. We're just deceiving ourselves until we put things in order. Akpabio and other Senate members know about this issue of the fake agency allegedly. The best way for either the president is to voluntarily resign or take some executive orders for Honorable Gbajabiamila to step down until proper government loans is getting out of hand, and this is causing hyperinflation. The cost of living is high. We cannot see any significant effect on our economy. Enough is enough. I implore credible Nigerians to vote wisely next election. Samuel from Ikeja. Olumuyiwa says, good morning, Mainland FM. On the focus today, the creation of this fake agency is another proof of high-level corruption in the society. Permit me to say that people are not housed with punishment to corrupt public officials in Nigeria. To process what you wrote. Thank you very much. We have James Ogbonna says, Sage, I greet you professionally. I want to tell you that if the president is fingered in this case, then nothing will come out of the probe. In fact, I don't think anything will come out from the court. If the government brings anybody by themselves to investigate the matter, I cannot trust the outcome. Disguise myself so that my identity is not detected when I call, then how am I different from the DG of a fake agency in question? 3 million naira being spent outside budgetary provision is mind-blowing. James Ogbonna from Oshodi, we have John Hollis who sent a bribe. EFCC, the police, they should investigate it very well, and the National Assembly should be ashamed. That's John Hollis. Individuals are named, the courts are on top of the situation, and as we said, new information is out there. We're asking questions. How did they get allocations? 1.3 billion naira. How did they operate at the secretarial class? How is it that nobody flagged it at any strata of government? How did he run it for so long? Many people are asking, is it possible for one man to orchestrate something as deep as this without those who are complicit, without co-conspirators? That's the question people are asking. And also, it opens up questions around what are the governing? Why is there such a vulnerability within our system in Nigeria that a person is able to operate like this unabated, not in secret, with his face on camera asking? And secondly, the IMF report on about 8.8 million naira being spent outside the budget, random monies. There are reasons these things happen, but these monies are still subject to the same amount of scrutiny that we would give the Appropriations Act. 091360000 News, the live chat option. Hello.
Yeah, ladies, good morning.
Morning to you.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the edition.
All right.
Yeah, sorry. Can I ask you a question?
He changed it. That agency was no more than he converted it. That's the allegation.
My own is whether it's agency. For now, I don't even want to imagine it's a fake agency, because if it's a fake agency, there are so many people to go. Yes, as to the millions of naira demanded by Honorable Fᴜᴜ. If that is true, I will be so disappointed in him. I don't want to blame anybody through investigation and the court processes to continue. Yeah, thank you.
All right then. Hello.
Good morning, Sage.
Good morning.
My name is. I ask this question now. Where are our activists? Apart from Femi Falana, those old activists, all of them, they are in government now. Does it mean all? And I look at these few people that are holding this country into ransom, and I see that they are very few. And I see that, Amila, they will blame Adeyemi, they will exonerate the president. How can such a scandal go on without? Why is he keeping on? You see, if we want this country to be okay, and you are let go, that is what we call impunity. And that's exactly what we see, even in this Adeyemi Gbadagate, being used by some few individuals to enrich and empocket themselves. Thank you.
All right, hello. You know that you can only call once. If you want to respond, send a WhatsApp message, or you wait till tomorrow. Hello, good morning. You're live.
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Yeah. This is Victor Iwoke from Lɪਧᴇ.
All right.
Okay. About the issue of this fake agent and the other things that has been happening in the past, because this is not the first time an issue like this is coming up. This noise, randomers. My worry is the silence of the president himself. His silence worries me more than every other thing. That silence, and I'm also jumping into conclusion. But this has exposed a lot of fraud in this government. There is a lot of corruption that is going on. Because this is just
we can barely hear you. I'll take 2 more phone calls and then go to messages, all right, so we're able to take everybody's contribution. Hello.
Hello, Duka. Yes, I'm calling from Ikeja this morning. Now, my own take on this matter is, that the chief of staff should step aside, pending a proper investigation. And if I may ask, if they close that agency, what could be the fate of the national, sector? If they get to know that this agency has been a fake one, and that another, kind of a scam or a big embarrassment, in the country. So I should think that, this is not a matter to be swept under the carpet. And it behoves on Nigerians to continue, to continue to insist.
Thank you very much. Let's pause on the calls for a bit and take... about the fake agency is simply an X-ray report of this administration. The arms of government are not independent, and I cannot see any resolution in this matter. The finance minister is simply playing along. The opacity of this is the taxpayer get nothing from the Nigerian state. My pain is educated people supporting what is obviously illegal. It seems our illiteracy is controlled by our gut. Temidayo of issues. Side Fuad was spot on when he said, we are only calling it fake because the government says so. It's an agency with staff and an office. There's nothing fake about the agency. Do you know what it takes to open a CBN account and have a budget appropriated? Tinubu on the street mounting pressure. These people are taking us for a ride. Good morning, Sage. This is Triple A from Ojo. I'm disappointed in the case going on around the president and his administration. The earlier he stands against the group of people around him trying to pull him down and his government, the better. We're really making the support of this administration a laughing stock. They defend this administration. On the issue we're discussing today, with the facts on ground, we need a thorough investigation while Gbajabiamila steps down. These are the kind of issues that these foreign countries see that make them not take us seriously. Have you not known that the pattern of which Tinubu runs his government, it looks like jobs for the boys? For denying it by the presidency, it has become usual practice. Even when you have evidence, they will still deny. In a sane society, there's no way such an individual will mount such sensitive position, let alone go through the back and forth as we're witnessing today. James from sorry, I swiped away from the message before I read your name. I apologize. Good morning, Mainland FM. Oluwaseun from Festac. For a moment, let's ask ourselves what Gbajabiamila must have done when he was Speaker of the House of Reps. Ask yourself how many Prince Adeyemi are placed in strategic places in government by the budget. They're celebrated and they're called builders of men. Aside Adeyemi, how can over 8.8 million go missing in a country like Nigeria? It's not missing. It just was allegedly again spent without the appropriation according to the IMF, and the Ministry of Finance have denied it. Anyways, you said 150 million people are living in multidimensional poverty and the government is quiet. No one has been sacked or arrested or talking to Nigerians about it. As I said, they have spoken about it, and it's not like the money is missing, like they don't know where it is. The IMF is saying they spent that money without appropriation. That is the case. Anyways, good morning, Mainland FM. You see the damage I was saying about this Tinubu-led government? I mean, institutional damage. The man should do the right thing. Ended while investigation is ongoing. Oracle from White and thank you for the first part of your message. I see it. I know that was for me. Thank you so much. You said, I just want to say good morning, Sage. Help me. Terrorists will not step up office in the army, get budget, open account, and then use it to decimate Nigeria. I pray so. Well, I would like to think that our security structure is more protected than that. And this hypothetical situation is not something that we should even imagine. I'll read one more message, go back to the phones. Good morning, Mainland. Been promoted to the highest level, budgeting money to a fake agency, and the same agency is getting allocated an office in Aso Rock. The presidential seat is a direct indictment on the APC-led federal government and the president. Even the National Assembly is not free. Fake agency is equal to a fake government. Nigeria has become a banana republic and a laughing stock in the Committee of Nations. What a shame. Victor Aloigbuke from Ikeja. Let's pause on the messages for a bit and take phone calls. Hello. Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Morning to you.
This is Mr. Tony. I'm calling from Maboro.
All right.
You understand? You see, Akpabio is involved.
You don't know that.
Is involved.
You don't know that.
Involved. If this case is going on, that's what I'm calling you.
That's the thing. You don't know.
Okay, we know. Nigerians, we know.
You don't.
But what I will tell this my brother Adeyemi is that
pull yourself together. You're speaking on a public platform. I expect more from you. Pull yourself together. Put your thoughts in the right perspective and have heavy consideration for the fact that you're talking to millions of people and there are guidelines for how we discuss on public platforms. Again, I ask, pull yourself together before you call. If you're able to do that, it would help us both. Thank you.
Well, Adeyemi last week, we have had and ever before then, at the assumption of duty of this administration, They have been crying that people are collecting bribe before you can be given appointment. Thank God that this one is coming up now. And I know that many of them are still around. They are still very much busy. If Sanusi, as the Speaker of House of Representatives, when they allege him of having certificate scandal, could step down and even resign his appointment. Chief of Staff had appointed, step down as Secretary to the government of the Federation.
Right.
But William should step down, not even step aside.
The issue is that what is going on with Wajamamela or whoever that is involved, absolutely nothing will come out of this case. Yes, when you hear Mr. President telling you to go and face the governors, or give your governors down, if they even have any chip, let him step aside. But he cannot. He will be there next week. Everyone will just move on. They'll ask you to go and meet your governors because this is what is going on.
Hello. Yes, morning to you.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Sage. This is Godwin from Mota.
All right.
Yeah, Sage, my main worry is about rubbish things that this government has been pouring at us. And we in Nigeria, we are just sitting back, waiting for the court and waiting for the investigation. Because I know that they have already, the two parties, they have already know this is what is going to happen. And the chief of staff know that at the end of the day, everybody will make noise and things will go on.
That's the thing. We cannot talk about that as a statement of fact. We don't know yet.
See, normal, we cannot talk about that. We don't know yet.
We don't. We have to wait for the court.
What will be happening?
Then we talk about it. That's procedure. When the court gives a judgment, then we talk about that judgment. But as you know, we cannot question court processes and we cannot make... Thank you very much. That's the last call that we can take for today. Let's just finish with messages as quickly as possible. We have... Sorry, I'm into the budget that was signed. I have a lot of questions on my mind. Well, you and many others. We have here... Okay. I'm not a project of the Bright from Ikorodu. All right. I've acknowledged your analysis, but again, sir, he's a top oga. Thank God the president has called in various law enforcement teams to step up into the matter. Please don't bring accountants into this saga. He did get accountants. That's the thing. Like we're talking about him, he did get accountants. I just made a joke about that, but it's public information that he did request accountants and he got. So it's not like a random thing. I just decided to put a little humor behind his analysis. We have here implementing Steve-Orsoye report would have put all this fake agency to check, but everything about refuting the allegation. See what's happening. The APC should go. Wenga from Ejigbo. Well, get your PVC. Hello, Mainland cannot see the amount borrowed and what it's being used for. Has now detected how trillions are being misappropriated. The First Lady, whom at one point said that Nigeria will be lending road by past administration. The most annoying is that despite all these borrowings, the only suggestion that the First Lady can put on the table is to encourage youth to start Akara joint business, kuli and roasting of corn. The same administration that deceived Nigerians that money saved from the removal of fuel will be used on capital projects, yet they've not stopped borrowing. Who do us like this? Temitope Onotoye from Ijagmo community sent that message on Facebook. Hold on. I don't think I can read any Facebook message right now. We have also Francis says, I'm 1 minute. Okay. We have Ayinde Lawal who says, if ABC wins the next election, we're going to be in a mess. Our political, traditional and religious leaders have completely damaged this country. All right. Thank you for your message. That's really all we can take for this morning. Thank you so much for your participation. We appreciate you. We look forward to hope that those at the helm of affairs are able to provide answers to these questions. We'll take a break so that we can come back at 10 a.m. for Globus and we talk about IVF or assisted